I'm going to be making my channel Beyblade, aka Thunder Striker. Now I've had Thunder Striker for a very long time, and it was made originally in LEGO form. However, a few years ago, I decided to make its sparking counterpart, IRL, and since then, there's not been an IRL version. Until today. You see, the last LEGO Thunder Striker I had made was in the metal system, aka Legacy Thunder Striker, utilizing a lot of compound details from the previous Thunder Strikers, Ultimate, the original, Awakened, and Champion. I wanted to make an IRL Legacy Thunder Striker for the DB system. Now, keeping the same trend from the IRL Champion Thunder Striker, I decided to go with a white dynamite Belial as the base for this new Thunder Striker. And alongside of creating this Beyblade, I decided to also create Listless Channel Beyblade as well, aka Dullahan. And make sure you go check out that video as well after this one. Now, the first thing I had to do is get down what gimmicks I wanted to put into this Beyblade. Now, the first thing I wanted to have is a weighted core. In the original Legacy Thunder Striker, there are shifting weights. And I wanted the same thing for this one. However, I couldn't exactly make the shifting weights due to how non-hollow the dynamite blade is. So I just put stable weights in the core. The next thing was its driver gimmick. Ironically, it's the exact same driver gimmick that Hasbro did for Dynamite, which is a driver that can change modes by taking off the top part. Now, with the original Legacy, the top part was more of a rounded shape, and the bottom was a flat attack driver. But for IRL purposes, it was switched around, mainly due to all the attachments that Hasbro did were all semi-flat and not a full round, unlike some of their bottom drivers. And for the spring driver, I decided to go with Orbit, and for the attachment, I decided to go with Merge. Now, with everything situated and figured out of what I wanted to do with this IRL Thunder Striker, it was time to get to sanding. Now, the first part was sanding down the core so I could have a base canvas to paint Thunder Striker's avatar on. Next was sanding down the blades from the dynamite layer. Obviously, Thunder Striker's not an attack type, but rather a balance type. So getting rid of these hardened spikes to reduce the recoil of a normal attack type was necessary. Alongside Thunder Striker, this spare Roctifor got a new shape to become Daedalus Dullahan. Once these bases were sanded down, I wanted to see how much of a difference it was to the original dynamite layer, how much was taken off and sanded down. However, I spent no time getting straight to the primer by grabbing my black spray paint and priming these bases so they could have a nice base color to be easily painted on. And while I let those bases dry from the black spray paint, I went on in and started painting the Orbit driver black to match Thunder Striker's color schemes. And among this, I also included a sky blue armor core to really match Thunder Striker's whole color scheme. And now with these bases being dry from the primer, it was now time to start in on the painting process for the layer and core. And well, introducing the IRL version, Legacy Thunder Striker. Solid Beyblade, not top tier, not bottom tier. It range is around A tier, with a nice mobility to change between a super flat driver and a solid defense driver, changing how this bay battles completely, from tanking hits to straight out bursting and sending the bays into a pocket. This Beyblade layer comes in at 14 grams, which is not too much heavier than a standard Hasbro layer that weighs around 12 grams. Overall, this Beyblade is very tactical of how you want to position its battles, similar to, say, Spryzen, but as my own Beyblade. And I'm excited to see how this takes on Dullahan's, aka Listless Channel Beyblade. And if you've not seen that modded review, go ahead and check it out.